students. Hello.
Hi, sir.
Why I asked you to come? I asked you guys to come at 11, right? Ma'am, ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes. Very much
Yeah.
audible.
Let's as I kind of admit them, I will let you know what's the structure of the presentation is. First day we are going to have 2D and 3D. Second day we are going. Third day we are going to have theory of visual perception. In the first 2 days, we'll be dealing with elements and principles. Okay, as we deal with elements and principles, it's going to be theory in the morning session, hands-on in the afternoon session.
Okay,
So
that
you need to
sounds
have
good.
your sketchbook. You can update. You can update your images in the WhatsApp. You can click your image, whatever you're drawing, and you can update in the WhatsApp later. First you draw in the afternoon session. I'm talking about. First you draw and then you can upload it. Hello, Rishita.
Yes, sir.
We'll get started. So I will allow them as they come in because it's almost 12:30, 12:20, 11:25. So I will allow them as they come in. Students, am I audible? Students, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll wait for others to come in or we'll start. We'll
I
start
think.
with because the time is already 11:25. So as
Okay.
they come in, I will admit them. Okay.
Okay.
So over to Rishita.
Good morning. Welcome to one and all present here. I welcome each one of you to the Language of Design workshop. I'll start with introducing myself. I'm Rishita. I've completed my Bachelor's of Architecture in SRM, Chennai, and I've been working as an architect now. So, this workshop is going to be there for 3 days, as you all are aware. The first 2 days is going to be of 2D composition, and the third day is going to be 3D and visual perception. And if you have any doubts during the course of the workshop, please leave it on the chat box, or by the end of the session, you can directly ask us. Moving forward with, I'm going to give an introduction about our facilitator, architect Armstrong, sir. So he has completed his bachelor's in architecture in NIT Bhopal and followed with his MArch in Hindustan University. And he's been working as both a freelance architect as well as a professor in various universities over the years. With an experience of more than 20 years, he's been exploring architecture. And I also would like to say that he has been my mentor and my professor as well. So I'm more than glad to be a host of this workshop, and I wish all of you all the best at such an early stage. And actually, not early, at the right stage, you are having this workshop. And I'm sure you all are going to learn a lot from it. We both will learn from each other. So I wish you all the best. And over to Armstrong, sir.
Thank you, Rishita, for that elaborate or magnanimous introduction. So let's get started off with the workshop language of design. Okay, just one second. Visible, students.
Yes, sir.
Rishita, visible.
Yes,
You just
yes,
keep
sir.
keep me updated, Rishita.
Sure, sir. It's visible.
Language of design. Let me first tell you why this workshop was titled Language of Design. Ever since my days of student years in NIT Bhopal and later on in practice and teaching, I've always wondered about buildings which are really an eyesore to look at. With a keen eye for aesthetics, I was torn apart between an eye for aesthetics and livelihood. That's when that's when teaching happened to me. As I taught, my initial subject was basic design. Maybe I had a niche for it. I chose, but I always wondered if when we talk, we have a language. But when we see, do we have a language? We see architecture as an human expression, human visual expression. If that human visual expression has to be catered to, listened, or perceived, even made, we need to have a language. That language should have the vocabulary and grammar or structure or principles. Same way as any language or any dialect, it could be English or Tamil or Hindi or whatever. So that was the reason behind calling this workshop as a language of design workshop, which essentially means we have a language already existing, and that language is basic design. Basic design is a language which is taught in all design disciplines: fine arts, fashion, interior, web, user interface, architecture, product design, from UG level to master's level. But this discipline in architecture is look at a kind of fashionable or fancy creation the freshers years, and then there's no takeaway from the freshers years to second year or third year or successive years of architectural design. Maybe it is not stressed, or maybe it is just neglected. The point I'm trying to drive here is basic design is the language for architecture to create, to think, to draw, to express, and to arrive at a design. Basic design is an aid to your visual thinking. If you cannot think design, you cannot draw. If you cannot draw, the process of arriving at forms, what you imagine in your mind cannot happen on paper. So it's a thinking tool for architects and designers alike. For the participants, uh, there are students. This is especially for the students because Srishti ma'am is there, Rishita is there. They are also participants. My colleagues had to join. I would request you guys to wonder, interact, express, and to communicate. It's going to be an interactive session. It is not a monologue, it's a dialogue. So the more we interact, the more we'll be able to share our thoughts and opinions. I'm not a master here, I'm just a facilitator. I'm facilitating basic design, and we are going to explore basic design from different standpoints. So that's the objective. And I dedicate this workshop to teachers and to teaching with a quote by Mark Twain, which says, "It is noble to teach oneself, still nobler is to teach others." Am I right, Rishita?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you. What is design? The students, please. What is design? Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you too many questions. Just first few questions, and then we'll go to slides. We'll see visuals.
You can even drop your thoughts on the comment box, on the chat box, if you're shy to come on audio.
No, the main objective of this workshop
Okay.
is to break that communication gap or ice break. This is an ice breaking session. That's why I had organized an online workshop so that we'll be easy to talk. In a class, you will feel hesitated to express because there'll be so many of you watching you. The staff will be watching you. Your peers will be watching. In an online workshop, there's nobody watching you. You just express your opinion.
Yes.
Students, what is design? You've been learning design for about 1 or 2 months, I guess. Nandakumar, Uday Kumar, Santosh, Alamin. Hello. Students, am I audible? Say yes or no. Unmute and speak.
Yes, sir.
Please say what is design. I don't want you to define design. I want you to say whatever you relate to design as.
Plan of the construction, sir.
What construction? Plan of what construction? Plan of a building.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else? Right. It could be design in its initial stages. Design is more than a plan. What is design? Simply put, simply put, hello? Okay, let me put it this way. Design is a process, it's an integration, it's a configuration for a purposeful visual creation. Or design is putting it together, putting elements of a certain composition for a purposeful visual creation. For example, you design a chair. It is not only comfortable to sit at, it should not only be comfortable to sit at, it should also look good in the living room. It should have a color, it should have a good structure, it should be ergonomically well balanced, it should be easy to fold, it should be easy to fold, packed, and shipped to consumers. So all these things relates to design. There's a in design, there's a purpose. Whereas in an, whereas in art or painting, there is no purpose. It is the artist's extended version of his thinking. You may draw something which is a wave or a seashore. That would have been in his mind, and he would draw it. He would draw it. So that is an extension of his thinking process. It does not have a function at all. The function may be beauty itself, but that beauty does not happen if you don't hang it inside a wall, inside a room. Is that clear? Hello? Please interact, students. This is not going to be a monologue. Please interact. Say yes. Kevin, Nandakumar, Uday.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. The need for a visual language. What is the need for a visual language? This we have already spoken about, so we will not go much into it. We'll go to the next slide. What is basic design? I will have a definition. A visual language to aid design thinking for all visual and applied art. Okay? Please be interactive. Say yes, people. Hello,
Yes,
students.
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you can ask a question also, because this is not a monologue. You can ask a question, stop me, and ask a question. It will be more interesting. Am I right, ma'am? Shrishti, ma'am?
Yes, 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 definitely. I wanted to ask.
Please ask, ma'am.
So, actually, in this, you're saying that a visual language to aid design thinking for all visual and applied art.
Yeah.
So, so why not, architecture or something related to us? Why is it only talking about visual and applied art?
Architecture is a visual art, ma'am. So that goes into saying that architecture is a visual art.
Okay.
We see is it as a visual expression. So it is a visual art.
Yeah, but that's just a very small part of it is about the visual. Uh, then there
But
is
architecture,
spatial experience,
but
which is
architecture
more
is also,
important.
but architecture is also called a social art. But primarily, it's a visual art. We have to see first. We have to perceive architecture. We see, we have to sense, we have to feel. There's a cognition associated with architecture. So it's primarily a visual art. Architecture is primarily a visual art. That's what I'm trying to say. I just generalized it for basic design.
Mhm.
I've not
Okay.
generalized for architecture. Okay. Frame of reference. What's a frame of reference? You have done 2 or 3 compositions. So
Can
what's the
you
frame of?
put the previous slide for a minute?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. No, anytime, ma'am. This is very interesting. I want people to stop me, ask me questions. That's how I want this workshop to go. Students, is that clear? Don't feel shy. Feel free. Kevin, Uday,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Hope you guys remember me. What do you say? Santosh, Uday, Alamin, you remember me? Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Frame of reference. What's a frame of reference? Frame of reference is nothing but the boundary of your paper. Here in this slide, the frame of reference is this boundary. Is this boundary which I'm tracing? This green boundary, this edge, which you see here, which you see here. Okay, so that's the frame of reference. The picture plane is nothing but the surface on which you draw or write. Is that clear? Yes.
Yes,
These
sir.
basics you have to know. Not only in drawing, you might have, say, can you see this? Can you see this?
Yes, sir. We can.
Yeah. This frame is the frame of reference for this book. When I put it this way, this becomes the frame of reference. This becomes the picture plane. It could be for anything. It need not be only for a paper on which you draw. It could be for a gift box, a book, a soap box, any package. Okay, that's the frame of reference. The boundary is the frame of reference in which you have a figure grounding feeling. Figure is what you see on the picture plane. Here the figure is the picture plane written. The ground is a green color. We'll go into that theory of visual perception in the last class, last day. Okay.
இந்த வியூ போங்க அந்த கார்னர் மியூட் வருது பாருங்க இட்ஸ் ஓபன்
What does basic design comprise of? Basic design comprises of elements and principles of design. Elements are nothing but ABC or building blocks. Principles are nothing but the structure or the syntax or the grammar of design. Say, for example, you take a spectacle. The shape of the frame is the element. Is an element. We'll go into it a little later, but then I'm telling you as an example. The shape of the frame, the shape of the handle which goes onto your ear, the shape of the glass, all these will come under element. Structure or grammar is the configuration of the various parts. You have two round objects which is connected by two handles. That defines the structure. The function is to see purpose. Okay, design has to have a purpose, right? So the function is to see through and set your defective, myopia or whatever right. So that's your example of elements and principles of design in a three-dimensional setup. We are not going to go into look. We are not going to go at uh, the classical theory of design or art. We are going to look at a more evolved form of elements of design. In elements of design, we have conceptual elements, visual elements, relational elements, and practical elements. Please take it down. I'll give you some time. Done? Students, are you done?
Yes, sir.
Rishita, can you proceed, Rishita?
Yes, sir.
Please unmute yourself first, please. Students. So first we'll see the conceptual element. Conceptual elements are point, line, plane, and volume. Volume or form, which is a three-dimensional element. But point, line, and plane and form or volume are also called in a technical parlance as form. Point is a form. Why I will tell you point is a form. If you have a large frame of reference and you keep a dot, it's not seen. Here, point, we're not talking about point as an element in English grammar or point as an element in geometry. We are seeing point as an element of design. Point as an element of design. If you put a point in a small frame of reference, say 1 centimeter or 0.5 centimeter by 0.5 centimeter reference, that point will have an impact, visual impact. When anything has a visual impact in a frame of reference, that becomes a form in technical parlance of basic design. So same way, line. When a point moves along a certain direction, you define a line. Line has a dimension, whereas the point is nothing but a position in space. But point can have a shape, a color, a texture. It can be a visual, it can be a tactile texture or a visual texture when you put that point in a small frame of reference. Line has a length for which the breadth is not as much as the length is. Okay, same way for plane, you have length, breadth, but the depth of the height is not as much as the length of breadth is. Am I clear? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah, volume. Volume or form is an illusion in two-dimensional design, but in a three-dimensional design, it is not an illusory. When you make a model, physical model, it is not an illusion. But when you draw a cube on a sheet of paper, though it is, though you show it as a 3D, it is a 2D. You just have an illusion of the third dimension. Am I clear? Yes, students?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Visual elements, shape, size, color, texture. In the classical elements of design, you would have called point, line, shape, form, color, texture, value. Those could have been the elements. They wouldn't have been a reference for size. and there wouldn't have been a classification of conceptual element or visual element or relational element or representational element. So these elements itself is divided into various categories, and we'll see how it is applied in design as we proceed through slides. So visual elements are shape, size, color, texture. So shape is got an area, size has got its geometry, color has got its hue, texture has can be divided into tactile and visual. Relational elements: direction, position, space, gravity. I don't have to tell you about the first two, direction and position. Space is nothing but what you have in a two-dimensional sheet of frame of reference. Space is nothing but your negative space and the positive space, the figure and the ground, the background and the foreground in the sheet of paper on which you draw or write or put your composition. Gravity is visual. It is when you keep a cube, when you draw a square with its base down, it's stable. But when you tilt it a bit, there's a sense of dynamism. This this visual gravity, this is gravity we call it. That visual sense of dynamism which feels like it's going to go down or it's going to go up is gravity. Practical elements. So coming to practical elements are relational or representational. They have a meaning, they have a function. When a shape is derived from nature, it has it can be stylized, it can be realistic, it can be near abstract. When any shape, so we are representing it, but then it is not what it is in reality. Meaning: when does design have a meaning? When design conveys a message, when there's a logo which says just do it, so that conveys a message. Function: when there's a purpose, when there's a purpose. Say for example, I have water bottle. I fill in water. I fill in water. So that's the purpose of the water bottle. Yeah. So that's the theory part of uh, elements of design. Will go into the structure of the grammar part. Principles of structure. In classical theory of design, you would have learned about repetition and rhythm, contrast, emphasis, harmony, unity, uh, balance, all that. You can have that also, and these you can have these also. These are very elaborately done. Repetition. You cannot have repetition without a rhythm or rhythm without a repetition. Right? Structure by itself can be a principle of design. Say for example, a grid could be a structure, but the structure itself could be a composition. The grid itself could be a composition. That's what uh, is the justification for structure being a principle of design. Similarity. Uh, when a pattern is repeated, say for example, a tessellation is repeated,
பத்துதா
a linear line.
கேக்குது பத்துதா
Please mute yourself. Students, gradation. When the value changes, which happens across a composition, we'll see in examples as we go through this. The purpose of telling you the theory beginning is so that when we go to the slides, you will have to we'll sit together and find out what principle is there, what are the elements there. So it becomes an exercise in visualizing. Radiation. You have a center and then all the thing goes together. Contrast. When there's color contrast, texture contrast, when there's a combination of uh, elements, visual elements, which has a contrast. Say, for example, in the repetition and rhythm, you could have a composition which is rhythmical. Without contrast, there cannot be repetition and rhythm, right? So concentration and texture. Texture by itself could be an element of design, could be a principle of design. Yeah, we'll see some examples. All this. From here onwards, students have to speak and they will have to say what element is present, what principles are present. Okay, students, clear? Hello? Yes or no? Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Karthikeyan? Karthikeyan? Karthikeyan?
Sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
What? What is clear?
Sir.
What is clear?
Clear.
What is clear? You said it is clear, right?
Sir, can't hear, sir. Breaking voice, sir.
No, it's clear only. Please interact.
Sir, எனக்கு கேட்க மாட்டேங்குது சார்.
நீ பேசுறது எனக்கு கேக்குதே.
சார்
நீ பேசுறது எனக்கு கேக்குது.
சார் ஒரு நிமிஷம் சார். சார் இப்ப சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Okay. Please be here. Sit in the presentation. Okay. Let's look at the first image. I want you to tell me the structure as I explained earlier, and I want you to the elements present in this composition. Anybody can say. Please mute your mic, please. Hello, please mute your mic. Okay. Anybody want to say? Hello, students. Nandakumar, Merlin Joshi.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about this presentation. Tell me about this visual. What is the element present here, and what is the principle applied? What is the structure applied?
Proportion.
Symmetric, sir. Radial symmetry.
Ah, louder.
Radial symmetry.
Okay, radial balance. Okay. I'm talking about the principles I told you from the presentation. I don't want you to talk about classical elements of design. I want you to talk about the structure I told you now. Those 9 points I told you as a structure. What is the conceptual element present here? What is the conceptual element present here?
Repetition.
Conceptual element.
Point and line.
Yeah, ma'am. Right, ma'am. See, the conceptual elements are point, line, plane, and volume. The visual elements are shape, size, color, and texture. Relation elements are direction, position, space, and gravity. Representation, meaning, and function. Right? So in this now you tell me what's the conceptual element present here.
Line.
Great. Superb. What's the visual element present here?
Color.
Great. Color and size you can say. Because this size is different from this size. Yeah? Size need not only be length and breadth, size can also be in terms of length alone. Okay? Yes? So what is the structure? What is the structure? What is the structure of the presentation? Is it this or is it this or is it this or is it this? Please, can you please unmute that?
Contrast, sir.
Please switch off your TV, television, please. Please switch
Sir,
off.
as a host, you can also mute the participants, no?
I can mute, but then all these things are not visible. I don't know who's playing what, where the volume is coming from.
In the participants list, you can see, sir, there will be this mic icon will be there, right? So
Yeah.
that icon, if it is not red, so that means that person's mic is on. So you can go ahead and do right click
Okay.
and mute that person. But even you can do.
I can do. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay. We'll go to the next slide. So here again, it is a similar version of that, or the only thing is about color, and there's a sense of radiation which is too minute. You start from here, there's one division here, there's another division here, there's a third division here. A different composition. So, what is a conceptual element here? What is a visual element? What is a representational element? And what is the relational element present here? And what is the structure present here? I will let you see the principles. Is it repetition? Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Practical element? Representation. Relational element? Direction. There was a sense of direction because it was decreasing or increasing in size as a triangle in a linear component. Direction and position also. Visual element, color. Yeah. Conceptual element, you can call it line. Maybe it was tapering, you can call it line. Okay. So this composition uh, is a composition of words put together in a geometric form. So how will you place this? Where will you place this in terms of structure, in terms of element, conceptual element, visual element? relational element, and representational element. Hello? Please guess. Speak out. Don't feel you may be wrong. Only then we'll go to the next one. I cannot be always giving you the answer. Then it's not a workshop at all. I want your involvement.
Visual element.
What is it? Who's that?
Visual element, sir.
Which visual element? What is the visual element there?
Size.
Size. Great. What else? Conceptual element. Is there a conceptual element? Is there a conceptual element? See, there is a conceptual element because line, shape, we call it in the classical terminology. In the classical terminology, we have something called a shape. A classification and a shape comes. Take text shapes which are natural, shapes which are man-made, typography. So this will come under typography. This will come under the category of conceptual element or a visual element, which is a shape, and that shape is as a text or an alphabet, an English alphabet. What would you call this structure as? What would you call the structure as? Similarity? Yes? Hello?
Gradation.
You can also call gradation. You can also call it similarity. There was similarity in the way it was written, linearly written, horizontally written. Gradation, there was gradation, but there was a random gradation. Gradation actually means sequential decrease in value, or it could be sequential decrease of chroma, the intensity of the color. Okay. So can you please jot this down, please? So I need not go back to this again and again. Students, is that clear? Please jot this down. Repetition, structure, similarity, gradation, radiation, contrast, concentration, and texture. Are you done? Rishita? Rishita?
Yes, sir.
I want your help, Rishita, because
Sure,
there's
sir.
a lot of. So make your presence felt. So help me out.
Yes, sure, sir.
Tell them to ask questions. So or tell them to interact.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Have you all written this down, please? Say yes or no,
Yes,
people.
sir.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Look at this visual. What is the structure there? Structure present in the composition. I'm not talking about elements of design. I'm talking about the structure.
I request all of you to please interact so that we have a lot to cover. So if we know that you understand this concept, we can move along. Imtiaz, Santosh, Shri, Monica.
Okay. Since you're not interacting, I won't have my say. I can't be going on and on with my monologue. I want interaction, so I'll skip this slide. I'm not going to see what is there. Yeah, okay. What is identify the structure here?
I hope all of you have understood what the elements and structures about. If you haven't, if you have any doubts and that's why you're not able to answer, please let us know so we can clear it out for you. If not, please feel free to interact with us so it's more beneficial for you.
Density of random lines.
Look at the structure which you have jotted out, principles. Look at that and then look at this.
Others, I've not heard any response from Ashwin, Monica, Sudha, Shri, and the other following numbers. Guys, please respond. Else it's not going to be as fun. You can even feel free to message on the chat box. It's just simple principles and elements.
Look at this now. Is it repetition, structure, similarity, gradation, radiation, contrast, concentration, or texture? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thanks. Thanks for the interaction. Do I go back to that principle? You guys want to write it down again? For those of you who haven't written,
I think we can move along.
we can move along. Thank
Yes.
you. So we come to one of three-dimensional slides. So I want you to identify the visual element here.
Shape.
Okay.
Color.
Okay.
Shape, color, and then anything else. Any visual element you see. Others, Karthikeyan, Sudha, Monica, there's been no response from your side. We need to understand if you've understood the concept.
Okay, we'll go to the next slide. See, the size of the grass to the size of this bubble. Yeah, there could be the visual element, the dominant visual element is size. When you see a picture as a whole, you have to relate the other parts of the picture to various other parts. In that way, you could call it size also. Okay. Color was there, shape was there, great. But you can call it size also. There is also texture in the grass.
Should we move along to the next concept or take a break?
We'll take a break at 12:30, Rishita. Another 10 minutes.
Okay.
We'll take another 6 minutes. We'll take a break and then we'll join at 3:30, 3 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, sure, sir.
Ma'am, are you there?
Yeah.
You have any question? Are you satisfied?
Sir, can you just mute Mr. Nandakumar, I think, because there's a
Nandakumar.
lot of noise.
Yeah. 1 second, ma'am.
Yes, it's done, sir.
You're done? Have you done that, Trishita?
So he himself is muted.
Because when you were speaking something, it wasn't really clear.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of background noise.
Here I'm going one by one, then suddenly it goes off. I'm not able to really kind of zero in on that person. Here in my screen.
In the participants list, you can see, sir. It's okay. I can tell you later. No problem.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. This slide. So identify the structure first. First, identify the structural element. Students, identify the structural element. Take your time. You have written it down, right? Look at that. Marlon, Monica, Imtiaz, Sudha.
Guys, please unmute yourself and speak. Monica, please. Imtiaz, Sudha.
Contrast is there, texture is there.
Great, ma'am.
And what else?
Yeah, great.
Structure is also there.
Yeah, structure itself is the element here. Structure itself is the principle here.
Yeah, repetition also.
Yeah, okay.
In a way that it is a random
yeah,
repetition.
randomly occurring element. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Great observation.
Yeah, all the students, what are you waiting for?
They're not opening up.
Come on, guys.
Speak up, people.
Either you don't follow or you don't want to. I mean, there's no point of being just keeping your mouth shut. This is not a structured class. You can be free. You can just talk whatever. Either it will be right or it will be wrong or whatever. I mean, it really doesn't matter.
But then we can go
So
on to the next
why
level.
are
Even if
you?
you're wrong, we'll go to the next step. Somebody can catch up the tag there, tag from there, and they will set it right. That's the object of an interactive session.
Yes, absolutely. Why are you so conscious? There's no point of being so conscious about it. I mean, nobody knows who you are, from where you are coming, which college you are studying, what are you doing. It's fine. You can just, speak up whatever you understand, even if it is wrong, right, whatever it is. I mean, just don't keep shut. You're losing there if you're not speaking anything.
Yes, you need to interact.
If you have
Surrounding.
doubts in your brain that, okay, whether this is right or wrong, or whether, okay,
Say
this
something,
is this
Monica.
implied there or not. I mean, if you will speak, then only you will know. If you won't speak anything, you keep it to yourself, and maybe that is wrong, or some impression which you're having is not
Exactly, ma'am.
exactly correct.
Right,
So
right,
you can
right, ma'am.
say, what is the big deal? Why are you thinking so much? There's no ego here. There is no,
Barrier here.
no marking. We are
There's no
not
exams
giving
here.
you any
It is just a
marks.
workshop for you
No
guys to
exam.
learn.
Just
No,
feel free to ask what is there.
is it this, ma'am? Is it this? Is it that? You can ask like that. Am I right? Am I wrong?
There is a
Is it?
contrast of light and dark also, because
Yeah.
this seems
Yes,
to
yes.
be a well lit thing. So this
Yeah.
has got illumination,
Great.
and there is darkness in the threads which are hanging it. So there is
Yeah.
a contrast there. So I mean, like this, whatever is your feeling, you can just openly discuss. What is the big deal? I mean, don't be so conscious. It's not never going to help you. Even if you have to take the requirements from your client, if you won't ask that person, then you will spend nights over doing something, and then again when you take it to your client, he or she will say that I never asked you to give me this thing. Then what are you going to
Exactly.
do?
Exactly. That's right. See, from this composition.
Anyways,
No,
come
thanks,
on,
ma'am.
start. Yeah,
Ma'am,
yeah.
this composition I see conceptual element as line, visual element. I can call it size. I can call it uh, texture, relational element, I can call it gravity, principle, I can call it structure itself as the principle, structure being itself the structure of the composition, functional element being chandelier or hanging light, whatever you call it. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. Same one, but then different version. I'm not going to ask you questions. So, this slide, very interesting one. I need. I'm not going to change this slide. If you guys are not going to speak, see, there are opportunities where students couldn't join because of the fees. So understand that. I'm not going to change this slide. If you're not going to speak, it's only the time is 12:25. If you're going to have a strategy that we'll keep mom and we'll close and go, then it is up to you. I'm not losing anything, as ma'am said. We'll close it
So
and
there is
we'll
a contrast.
contrast of what?
So bird.
Bird and
Scale and proportion.
The texture is there.
texture is there. Yes.
Very
Scale
good.
proportion as the nest is big and bird is small.
Okay. Size, proportion. Great. Thank you, ma'am.
Awesome. See, when you start interacting, then you know that, okay, whether this idea really
Understand.
makes sense or not. And then actually I did not think about it, and then you brought up something which is a completely fresh idea. So it's a good thing, no? You should share with others also whatever your thoughts are. If you keep it to yourself, it's not going to benefit anyone, including you. So very good, students. Keep it up.
Yeah. And any other observations? What is the visual element? What is the visual element?
Color.
Which color?
Bird color is different and nest color is different.
Yeah. The yellow color of the bird is the most dominant. Yeah. In your classical
Yes, sir.
element of design or principle of design, the emphasis is the bird and the color of the bird is yellow. Color being an element of design and emphasis being the principle of design. The emphasis is also there in the weaver nests, weaver nest birds. Yeah. Okay. Shall we go to the next slide? Great. Shall we go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Thank you. This is explaining. I'm very interested about this bird because of the major reason that I'm not talking the structure of the bird's nest, but I'm inspired by the material the material it chooses. See, we as architects or human beings, we call ourselves six. We have six senses, or how many ever sense we don't know. I don't know at least. So, but the bird is designs its house, which is in harmony with nature. So this house is picked from straws and made. Okay, it has a separate chamber for eggs. It has a separate chamber for calling its mate. It has a separate chamber for mating. It has a separate egg chamber. It has a side entrance. The length is about 17 to 37 inches, depending upon the size of the bird, how much of the nest it has done. This is a singular version. There are also versions wherein these weaver birds live in groups. So the nest is almost a kind of fluffy, grouped, group nest. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this element. Speak about it. Identify the visual element. Identify the relational element, conceptual element, representational element. Identify the structure or the principle.
Contrast.
Contrast. Okay. How? The cup is
Background is
white.
black.
Yeah, the cup is white and the background is black. Okay, great. That's a great observation. Who's that?
Awesome.
Ah, yes, ma'am.
Kevin.
Kevin. Great, Kevin.
Very nice, Kevin.
Thank you.
Is there a difference? Is there a contrast between the rigidity and fluidity? So, for example, the cup is quite a rigid form. But if you look at the form of the steam or air which is above the coffee, that is a very fluid structure. It doesn't have a
Exactly. Great.
a very solid form. So,
Yes.
do you think that it will be a contrast element there? Come on, students.
Yes or no? You either accept or you said no or you have an opinion.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
What yes?
Is there a contrasting element there? How?
Please speak up, people. As an architect, you must learn to speak. Without speaking, you
How
will
do
not
you
sell your
think?
design.
Yeah, how do you think? Why did I say that the coffee cup is a solid form and there is this air which is above the layer of the coffee and it doesn't really have a structured solid form. So do you think that is a contrast or no? You don't think it's a contrast? That's also okay. Come on.
Yes or no?
Ma'am,
Please.
but the background is different from the color
Yeah,
of the
that
cup.
is
Foreground, that is there.
yes, that
She's
is
asking a
also
different
there.
question. Ma'am is asking a different question. She is asking the cup and the steam, the coffee steam which goes up. There a contrast in terms of steam being an element and the cup being a solid element?
No,
Yes or
sir,
no?
there is no contrast.
Why?
Sir, as the cup is a solid and the smoke, it was just something புகை மாதிரி தானே சார் அதனால.
It's a steam. Yeah, it's a fluid, it's a solid.
And it is not a solid form. How can we get make it as a contrast?
Why not? What makes you say no?
Yeah, I love that discussion.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
many discussions. That's why I'm asking a
How?
question. What makes you say that? I will say that this is solid, that is it's a fluid. So there is contrast, I will say. What is the uh, objection you have about it?
Yeah, so as she said, that since it is a solid and that is a fluid, so how can we compare solid to a fluid? Isn't it? You're trying to say that,
Ma'am,
isn't it?
yes, ma'am. We have to compare to a solid, right?
Solid to a solid only. Then why are we comparing the color of the coffee mug to the background? Background is not a solid, is it?
Yes, ma'am. So it is correct if we can compare to a solid to a fluid.
Oh, so tell me.
You know,
I
not in
want
the
the answer from you.
no. You have to answer
No,
that.
ma'am. I think that it is not correct to compare to a solid, but you are saying it is correct to compare to a solid to a fluid. So I'm asking to.
Okay. So, sir, go ahead.
Yeah. See, when you ask me, what ma'am is asking me, this is steam and this is a solid. She's talking about material, right? She's talking about little bit of material aspect of the composition. So we cannot uh, really go into the. We need not go into the material composition, but in terms of the visual itself, this being a steam and this being a solid material, there is a sense of contrast, I can say. This here, we are seeing
So,
it as a visual
in
element. This is a visual element
so
which
in
has got a
short,
fluid,
in a
which has got a fluid
composition,
form. This has got a very rigid form. Okay, this is a composition which is very fluid. In terms of a composition, this is a, you can call it a line texture. How I see it as a visual, but this is rigid. This has got a definite form. This does not have a definite form. Clear? Who was that
Yes,
girl?
sir.
Harini.
Harini. This has got a
Yes, sir.
definite form. This does not have a definite form.
Yes, sir.
There's a sense of balance here. There's a sense of imbalance here. Right?
Yes, sir. So it is contrast.
There is a contrast there.
Okay, sir.
Karthikeyan, I think he wants to say
Understand.
something.
Yeah.
Very nice, Harini, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah, yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. She's good.
Yeah, very good. Karthikeyan, you want to say something?
Karthikeyan?
No, I guess not.
Okay, we'll go to
Since
the
he
next
was
line.
unmute, yeah. Sure, please.
We'll go to the next line. This is again a coffee But we are not going to have for a coffee break. We have a coffee break in another 2-3 minutes, and we'll join in at 3 o'clock. I'll just rush through 2 or 3 slides, but we are not going to discuss. The time is already up. So we have some more slides. So we'll see that then. Let's take a break. What do you say, ma'am?
Sir, let's discuss the next slide. It's interesting.
Next slide. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can go for a break.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. People, what is this?
There is a scale and proportion, sir. Contrast.
How contrast?
The background color is different from the color of the object.
Okay. Always you guys talk about figure ground. Don't talk about figure ground. Talk in terms of the figure alone. The object which you see, shell alone you see. We'll go to figure ground later on the last day. We'll talk a lot about figure ground in the last day.
Okay, sir. Then object has scale and proportion. There is a stick inside that object.
Yes.
So it has different size from the object.
Okay. Great.
So contrast of form.
Great.
One
ma'am.
is having a natural form
great,
and the
great, ma'am.
other, the stick is having a geometrical form.
Yes, ma'am. A linear form, and this is a kind of spiral form.
Organic,
Yeah.
organic and
Yeah.
geometric.
Okay. Yeah. Involute, they call it in geometry.
And even it is not a shape, sir. It is a line from nature.
Okay, fine.
Also the void and the solid.
Yeah, mass and void.
Yes, mass and void.
Yeah. See this. I will go to next slide and explain you why I put these two slides together. This Nautilus shell or this shell was an inspiration for that Mexico architect. I don't remember his name. Cedric Purlin, I guess. He designed. This is Tendulkar's house. Sachin Tendulkar's house in Mumbai. So he had designed this shell, this house, being inspired from this shell. So we as architects and artists get inspired from nature, and then we make our creation, but it is no match for what is in nature. Yeah. So this is Tendulkar's house, inspired from this. We'll take a break, ma'am. What do you say?
Yeah, sir, sure.
Because it's 12:35, we'll join at 3 o'clock.
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay, hope you enjoyed, students.
Yes,
at
sir.
3 o'clock.
Very much.
Rishita?
Yes, sir, and we have to ask, and everyone, please make sure you have your drawing pencils and sketchbook for the afternoon session.
Yeah, right, Rishita. Clear? And keep your WhatsApp ready, because you will record in the WhatsApp and post it in the language of design group. Draw.
Sir, I am not part of that language of design group. Can you add me, please?
Yeah, I will. I forgot actually. Yeah, I will add it to you right away. I will add you right away, ma'am.
Because okay, sure, sir. Thank you.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I will
add you.
I will add you. Okay, students. We'll join at 3 o'clock. We'll meet at 3 o'clock. Okay. Yes, sir. No. Speak up at least.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Who's this?
Okay. Bye, sir.
Bye. See you, Rishita.
Yes, sir. See you, sir.
Thanks, Rishita.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Click on the same link.